Hello everybody and welcome back to the 28th and maybe last Skybound commentary video. So, last week, I talked about my predictions for Minecraft Live 2023 and it has happened, and it was incredibly short. So I was actually out of the house when it started, so I had to watch on my phone for a little bit, and let me tell you, so I didn't really catch the beginning of the show, but to be fair, there wasn't much going on at the beginning of the show, it's just, of course, the pre-show. But then, like, after that, it's just like 2 hours of spin-off games that they talk about, and then they actually get to the stuff that everyone's actually there for. But no, it turns out that this show was like only a little around an hour long, the main part of it. Which, like, you leave us waiting for a year and you give us this, like, yeah, I wouldn't have liked all the spin-off game stuff, but at least it extends the length of the show. Regardless, that's not why'd I take two pairs of pants? Regardless, that's not why you're here. You're here to see my opinions on 1.21 features, and honestly, there's some pretty good features. There's some pretty bad ones too. Starting off with the bad additions, we have the armadillo. Yeah, not a huge fan of it. I was really hoping the crab would win, and it didn't. So obviously, it's a bad feature, the armadillo. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just probably never gonna use it, unlike the crab claw. Oh, I'm gonna get an epic kill. Anyway, on to the first thing that was announced. The trial chambers. It's a new structure that is full with copper. Like I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to actually mine for copper or make a copper farm eventually. Nope. No, I could just go to one of these structures with a pickaxe and just go to town on the floor, and it'll be gone in seconds, and I'll have so much copper, because it's not even just cut copper. No. This is like legitimate copper blocks that you can deoxidize. And like, I can make infinite spyglasses now. Like, do you know how useful this is gonna be? It really only has decoration applications, but it's fine. It's a cool place. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the real function of it, and that's like a little combat place where you do combat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's special spawners inside that when you defeat all the mobs, it like, oh, sorry, it like gives you a reward. That's pretty cool. Speaking of copper, there's a bunch of new copper items, and they're pretty cool. The copper bulb, despite, just being a lamp of sorts, basically a glowstone lamp, but copper themed. It also supposedly functions as a T flip-flop, which is very useful for redstone, because now they can be like so much smaller. It's fantastic. But also there's new blocks like, I believe, copper trapdoors, copper doors, copper grates, and guess what? They can all oxidize, which is great. I was thinking, oh, maybe they'll be lazy or something. But no, they can all be oxidized as far as we can tell. Also, inside of the trial chambers, there's this new boss type mob, uh, the Breeze, and it's pretty cool. Ever heard of the Wind? It's basically that, but just better. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh no. It's been a few days, but as far as I can remember, this doesn't do any damage. It just, like, spits out a bunch of wind, and when that wind hits things, it like changes the redstone state. So like trapdoors, if they're closed, they get opened. Levers probably get flicked. Probably the same with buttons. I think also redstone lamps. Don't really know how, because they're supposed to be constantly powered. I don't know, but it's a pretty cool feature. I think it's gonna actually add something to the game, unlike the armadillo. But on to the big thing of this update, auto crafting. Auto crafting is something that, people have been thinking about for a while, and I'm definitely not completely happy with how they introduced it. They released a snapshot today. It's Wednesday, so they do snapshots Wednesdays usually, and this one had the crafter. Works pretty much exactly the same as Minecraft Live, and it's a bit too overpowered. You can lock certain slots inside of the crafting table, to not accept any blocks from hoppers, which is interesting. I thought they would go the route of like you have to manually filter those out, which would require like effort, but I guess not. In order to get them to actually auto-craft, you need to send a redstone pulse, which is, I did not expect that. You know, it kind of makes sense, but I did not expect that. And they also, I'm pretty sure, give out a unique amount of comparator signals, that being um, 10 in total, with 9 being the highest power it reaches, which is pretty cool. I don't think any other thing does that in the game. So I expect that some cool things are going to be made with that. And I cannot wait to experiment with this in the full game. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Minecraft Live 2023. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week with a modded video. Bye-bye!